Hey everybody, today we're going to do an oil change on the Polaris MSX150 turbocharged C2. It's a 750cc engine that's turbocharged. It's been sitting all winter, so we're going to put the battery in it, start it up, and I'm going to show you guys how to change oil, do like a quick pre-season check over and everything else. So the first thing we're going to do, of course, is get access to the engine compartment, which is underneath. And I'll show you a close-up of that after. So here's inside the engine compartment. Here is your oil reservoir. And if you're changing oil, there's one to two ways. You can remove the plug, and you can put a siphon pump down there to suck the pump or the oil out, or you can remove this line here and get a bucket and crank it into there. But before we do anything, we're going to start it up first and make sure that everything runs good before we change oil. So now we're ready to start it up. It's been sitting all winter, so I don't know how well it will start, but we're going to fire it up, let it run for a few seconds, turn it off, and then turn the water on, and then let it run again for longer. Started up a whole lot better than I thought. So now I'm going to turn the water on. Get some water going through it and fire it up again. I just turned it off for a few seconds just to make sure we got water coming through there, because it's already getting pretty warm. My contraption I made up here for my diaphragm pump, which I hopefully is going to be powerful enough to suck the oil out. We're just going to restart it up and then give it a whirl. Alright, now that you're on it, we're going to remove the oil dipstick. We're going to do one method of extracting the oil. See from that angle, we're going to go from here. We're going to turn it on. There we go. So using a suction pump is one way to extract the oil. I'm going to show you how I do it the second way. And like I said, you got to remove your power connectors to your coil packs here and remove this line here. You can't see it right now, but I'm going to switch to a different camera just so you can see. And then we're going to pump it into a jug to see how much oil that is actually left in the motor. So in the Polaris engine, you don't want it to start when you're pumping out the oil, so you want to remove your electronics go into your coil packs, and then we're going to loosen this line off and pull it off. So using a suction pump on this Polaris MSX150 didn't work. It pumped out all the oil from the pump here, or from the reservoir, but the engine sump does hold quite a bit. So by removing your coil packs and removing this one hose I showed you earlier, that's the best way to pump it out. Pump it out in a cup or something just by cranking over the engine. So now we're going to fill the oil. It takes 1550, so I'm going to go with 2.5 liters at first and start it, because you got to test it while it's running. In case you're wondering how to check the oil, it says right there: warm engine 30 to 60 seconds, stop engine, wipe dipstick with dry cloth, insert, did not screw in, check oil level. So that's what we're going to do right now with 2.5 liters. So I just want to show you on the Polaris MSX, there's this hose here, right? And this hose connects to where your turbo intake goes down there. You want to take this hose off and just toss it somewhere, toss it down below or something, because that hose there, if you have too much oil in your reservoir or whatever, it's going to pump the oil out to the separator, or the whatever it is. It's going to pump your oil through that, and it's going to dump it right into your intake of your turbo, and then your intercooler is going to get plugged up. So if you have one of these sleds, just rip it out. So I got the oil change. You should actually change the filter. There's a filter down there in the bottom, but last year I only ran this thing for maybe 5 hours max, so I didn't really worry about it. These machines should be changed oil every 20 hours, 20-30 hours. So I just want to end the video on that, on how to change the oil in a 4-stroke PWC. Most 4-strokes will have a similar process. Look in your owner's manual just to be sure this one is designed for the Polaris MSX150 turbocharged. But anyways, if you have any questions or concerns, post them below, or message me at Twitter at Bullshit Corner. Thanks for watching.